Hello everyone, my name is Olga. Thanks for being here. I'm the CEO and the founder of Mercaux. And what we do, we bring digital into physical world. So digital into physical world. And the first question then, like, okay, who actually care, who at this stage, why do we actually bother about offline retail, about like physical retail? But the truth is the industry is huge and it's going through significant transformation. We all got used to the convenience and speed and ease of online. But when it comes to physical retail, physical world, that's not the case. And modern customer, they want another experience. They want better service in the physical stores. And all retailers are right now thinking about, okay, how can we change this huge industry? How can we change this thousands of stores to provide better customer experience? And everything is right now focused around digital. So all the retailers are right now moving towards stores digitization. They want to connect offline and online experience. They want to make the data actionable for their employees. And of course, they want to change the role of the stores to make stores serve, not just sell. And if you think about it, e-commerce platforms enabled online experience, but what is enabling actually digital store experience? So we at Mercaux are doing that. So to give you a rough idea what we do, so we fill this gap between online and offline in actual physical retail. And we bring what we call smart automation. Our solution, our platform consists of different pieces, but essentially it's one thing that has different interfaces. On the one hand, it's an app for salespeople that give them all the data and knowledge at fingertips. On the other hand, it's an interface for customers, so when they actually in the physical store, they can engage with digital content, they can engage with data right at the moment when they're in the stores. And of course, all of that is supported by our head office interface, where physical retailers, where managers can have a full visibility and control of what's really happening. Why actually are we looking at this automation and empowerment? So let me give you a very simple idea. So this was the job of a taxi driver 5 years ago. A taxi driver had to know a bunch of things. They had to find the customer, they needed to know the route, they actually had to accept the payments, and they had to drive. There are lots of activities that one person was supposed to do. And when Uber and all the technologies came, that they actually simply took out a bunch of the things, they automated it and allowed drivers just to focus on one thing. When it comes to salespeople in the physical and store environment, this is what we have right now. They need to know the stock, and it's much harder right now with the fast fashion world. They need to know how to combine products. They need to follow trends to be professional, and they need to interact and serve. So we at Mercaux, we help retailers to automate these first 3 steps and make sure salespeople don't need to worry about it and they can perform everything effectively. So similar to apps for drivers, we have an app for salespeople that help them to focus on one thing that is very hard to automate, which is human interaction and service. So let me give you an example. So when you come right now to the store and you want a product, if you want something, you have to ask a salesperson. Salesperson have to walk away or they need to search for the product. Instead, they can instantly, through our app, have access to all the information, in-store availability, stock availability, maybe omni-channel, maybe extended range, so everything available at their fingertips. Or they can simply scan the product and instantly see if it's available or not. And if it is available, they see cross-sell suggestions. If it's not available, they offer an alternative. Or they can buy products online. And of course, we bring this digital and engaging content actually at the moment when customer is interested to buy something. The moment when you give something in the hands of salespeople, the beauty of that is that you have the full visibility and control of what's happening really in each single location and what's happening with each single salesperson. So you can use it to get the data from the stores. You can use it to push certain information. So everything around store operation can be automated as well. You can get the analytics from the stores. You can actually engage salespeople in the content management and get the understanding what actually sells, what doesn't. So you can have one tool that automates all store activities and operations. And we're already at the stage when we prove that. We already work with 11 clients across 12 countries. We work with clients in fashion segment, in beauty and others. We're actively scaling now, so we already digitized more than 160 stores, and next quarter is going to be more than 500 stores. We actually proved that thing works, and actually salespeople take all the benefits from using our app. So we bring 8 to 14% uplift in sales due to units per transaction and conversion improvement, we save the time for salespeople, of course. And it takes us just 2 to 3 weeks to integrate because we sit on top of e-commerce and on top of e-commerce and on top of inventory management systems. So just to give you a rough idea, so our solution is more than 4,500 times per store per week. This is how addictive it is for salespeople because salespeople don't need to think when they use the app. We save more than 80 man-hours due to streamlined processes. And as you see right now, we're very well positioned we're at this stage already a company that has good revenue, but we're also very well positioned for growth next year. So end of next year, mid next year, we plan to achieve 200K MRR, and more than 70% of that actually comes from our existing clients who are scaling our solution. So we're right now at 11 clients. End of this year, it's actually going to be 14 live, and end of next year, we're planning to have about 25. We're a team of IT and retail people, of course, and I'm happy to share a little bit more after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, hands together for Mercaux. Well done.